The gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the gentleman for yielding and for his kind words, but more importantly, for his leadership in bringing us together today and his great statement and that of our distinguished leader, Mr. Jeffries, that we heard earlier. I stand here as former leader, but also as one with 30 years of experience in intelligence. And I think this is a very important debate for us to have. There are two debates going on here. One is a debate as to the Constitution of the United States. The other is whether Iran should have a nuclear weapon, which we all agree they should not. But that doesn't mean the Constitution of the United States should be a casualty of that because you want to take a shortcut to the war. I rise in mourning for the brave service members who have given their lives in this conflict. We honor their ultimate sacrifice, and we pray for them, their families, and all who are injured in it so far. I had some veterans, Mr. Speaker, in my office earlier today on two different occasions, and we talked about the fact that having 6 people killed so early at the beginning of a conflict, initiation of hostilities, is unacceptable. What is our plan? What do we have in mind for them? So again, we all agree Iran should not have a nuclear weapon, and to that end, that's why I'm so proud at what President Obama did with this. He was masterful in diplomacy in forging an agreement that verifiably prevented Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. I have this book of statements from our colleagues who told the president we need to see the substance of the agreement, we need to see the validation and proof of it all, we need the communication to the American people. The president respected the Congress and came and gave reasons, and this is for an agreement. And this president won't even come and give us the data for an action of war. So let's be clear, this is not a debate about the merits of the war. That's another debate. It's a debate of the Constitution of the United States. The beauty of the Constitution, central to it, is the separation of power.
I yield the gentlelady another 30 seconds.
Okay. Essential of power, Article 1, and in that Article 1 is, very importantly, the power of the Congress to declare war. So, but again, let us be serious about our oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution as we protect and defend the people of our country. That is our responsibility. That is what we will do. I urge our colleagues to vote in support of the Constitution, then go on to the debate of whether we should go into Iran and how we go into Iran. And I think that there'll be some mixed views on that, but that's a different subject. I urge our colleagues to honor your oath of office, honor the vision of our founders, honor the sacrifice of our men and women in uniform who've gotten us here today. Thank you.